Hi friends, I want to share something that genuinely changed my life, and I still do this every week. It's gratitude journaling. And before you start visualizing a perfect morning routine that you never actually want to do, rest assured that's not what this is. This is for people whose brains are loud, who have too many tabs open, that have too many ideas and too many unfinished projects. The people under too much pressure, whether self-inflicted or otherwise, who face too much self-judgment and inner critique. This is for the people who are exhausted from feeling like they're always behind, because I can get caught in this cycle, and without my gratitude journal, I find that I can very easily step back into that cycle. I get a wave of ideas, I get excited, write giant to-do lists, I make plans. Then I run out of time, my feet not touching ground, and my mind not able to guide me to finish even the easiest of projects. And that's how I can feel overwhelmed by all the things I'm not doing. For me, I find that this is where my mind seems to give negative self-talk permission to run wild. I'm wasting time, I'm falling behind, I should do more, I'm going to disappoint people. And honestly, after a while you start believing your own inner critic, and the negative self-talk can become quite vicious. This is where I need to snap myself out of that cycle, and where gratitude journaling becomes a big part of helping me with it. What gratitude journaling does for me isn't to magically fix my life. It does something quieter than that. It interrupts the spiral. And it's this moment I want to try and explain a bit, because gratitude journaling is not about pretending everything is amazing. It's not toxic positivity. It's not writing live, laugh, love in cursive while ignoring your problems. In fact, I sometimes embrace some of the chaos, but instead I take it to my journal as well. I focus on what I'm grateful for. I watch my language and turn my frenetic spiral that calls me to a negative space into victory words like, I am proud of myself because ... Today I celebrate that I did X, Y, or Z. I pause to look at the growth I've had over the last year, how I handle situation X now versus how I handled it a year ago, and so on. And this way, my brain is trained to notice that good things are still happening while life is messy, that what I am doing has value, and that my efforts matter. And in today's world, that matters more than ever, because we are constantly consuming information and news and culture, and thinking through world events and their impacts and notifications and modern expectations. See how easy to head towards that spiral? My brain barely gets a moment to breathe. Sadly, when my nervous system is overloaded all the time, my mind starts filtering for stress, for danger, for what's missing and why I am the cause of this. So I found that gratitude journaling can pull me out of this cycle gently. Here's the wild part. Science actually backs this up. Studies have shown that gratitude journaling can help reduce stress, improve sleep, increase resilience, and even improve how we talk to ourselves over time. But honestly, the biggest change for me was smaller than that. I started noticing my life again. Not the giant milestones, not the perfect future version of myself. The little things, a warm coffee, a friend checking in, a quiet evening, finishing one task instead of focusing on the 10 I didn't finish. I stopped treating my life like one giant incomplete checklist, and I started actually living inside it. So if you want to start gratitude journaling, please don't overcomplicate it. You don't need the prettiest handwriting, the fanciest journal, or a perfect routine, or even a 45-minute morning ritual. You just need a few quiet minutes, and honestly, that's it. Here's how I recommend starting. 3 times a week, Not every day. Seriously, not every day. A lot of people quit because they try to make it another perfect habit. So 3 times a week is enough to create change without becoming another source of guilt. Then write down 3 to 5 things you're grateful for. But here's the important part. Notice the why. So instead of I'm grateful for my dog, say something like, I'm grateful for my dog because she makes the house feel less lonely. That's where the emotional connection begins. That's the part that actually lands in your nervous system. And some days your gratitude list will feel deep and beautiful. Other days it might literally be, I'm grateful my food was warm, or I'm grateful I took a shower. And honestly, those count too. Especially those. Because gratitude journaling is not about performing happiness. It's about reconnecting with yourself. It's creating a small moment where your brain stops scanning for failure and starts recognizing, hey, something good happened today too. So if you've been overwhelmed lately, or if you've been hard on yourself, if you feel like your brain never switches off, I really want you to try this. Not because it will make you perfect, but because it might make you gentler with yourself. And I think a lot of us need that right now. So tonight before bed, grab your phone notes app or a random notebook and write down the 3 things you're grateful for. That's it. No pressure, no perfect wording, no gold stars. Just notice the good. And maybe, slowly, quietly, you'll start noticing yourself again too. Thank you for being here. And if you do try gratitude journaling, I genuinely love to hear how it goes for you. Be kind to yourself, friend. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.